you trying to get more in the moment in your life? Well, today I want to talk about this. And if you stay until the very end, I have an extra point for you then as well. If you want to connect with me more personally, you can also find my social media links in the show notes below. I've always been someone for many years of my life as someone who's been identified in thinking the future. Like, oh, I can't wait till this happens. I can't wait till that. And it served me to a certain point until it started going in a more anxious way. Oh my God, what happens if that happens in the future? What if this? What if that? Right? And then I realized I had to start living more in the moment and become more of myself rather than trying to think like 500 steps ahead. Because the current moment, as much simplistic as it sounds, is the only moment we have, right? Now, it's a plan for the future, yeah, like have some kind of plan, like whatever, savings, investments, that kind of thing. You need to do that with money, right? But actually, or some kind of business strategy. Yet, if we get so caught in the future and don't live in the present, it really can impact our quality of life. That I've spoken to people who shared that with me, and that's certainly been something for me. So I want to ask you this: how does it help you when you're not like in the moment? Like you're always like thinking about what could go wrong, or maybe you're thinking in the past, on the other end, you're thinking of like regret and mistakes and sadness of that. Well, if you're anything like me, it didn't do me any favors. So what I wanted to really share with you was a few ways that I found has been really effective for me to live in the moment. Number one, do what you love more often than not, right? Because when I found I'm doing something like even writing my podcast episodes, doing a blog, writing a book, maybe exercising, maybe playing football, I find I'm much more in the moment than if I'm in somewhere like the future, somewhere like, oh my God, like, oh, what if this, what if that? When I found myself really focusing, even recently, I was having a little bit of a struggle thinking about a few situations. And then I started reading a book and I really got in the moment and I really felt better because I was really enjoying that book and I felt really much more present. So doing more of what you genuinely love, not what you think you should do, has really served me personally. The second thing is meditation is really, really effective for living in the moment. I've certainly found when I'm able to meditate and really focus in on like my breath and sitting there, then that's done me a lot of good as well. And then the third one is breath work. Breath work really is, and I remember like someone quoting this saying, breath work is a gateway to presence, because your breath is something that always exists. And when you're able to come back to that and connect, it really allows you to connect with more of who you are, right? Now, I've got a final point for you as well. But if you want to connect with me more, you can find my social media links in the show notes below. So the final one I would share is find more people that you can be present with. So people you enjoy talking to, people you allow yourself to connect with, like friends, family, maybe a loved one, maybe an intimate partner, someone like that who really makes you feel present and grounded when you're talking to them. Because I've also found when I'm talking to people who aren't, I don't feel on the same note, and it's no judgment, but like not the same energy, not the same frequency. I'm not as present. Whilst when I'm connecting with someone, I feel a lot more present and grounded with someone as well. So that's what I've got for you today. I appreciate you for being here. And remember, lead with your heart and not with fear.